Hey folks, it's your friend Javier here with kind of a serious topic to talk about tonight. I'm going to be discussing the coronavirus situation today, and it's a very serious situation, and it's just worsening every day. One thing I just want to get off my mind is that, people are trying to encourage you to stay positive and all that, focus on the recoveries, not the deaths, but the reality is that even though there may be more recoveries than deaths, that's still not going to change the death toll. It is getting worse in our country. The cases in this country have doubled in the last, not just the cases, but like the cases and amount of deaths in this country have doubled in the last 2 days. 2 days ago, we were at 1,000 people, 1,000 deaths, and we are at 2,000 now. We have surpassed 100,000 cases, and New York is in havoc right now. I'm not in New York, thank God. I am in my state right now is currently in Massachusetts, and it's bad. Anyhow, I just want to kind of get some things off my mind and some thoughts about this. Italy has now surpassed 10,000 deaths, and Spain, numbers are growing and growing and growing. All right, so a historic moment the other day. I'm gonna get off that topic, or I just wanted to begin the video by saying that. A historic moment the other day when Democrats and Republicans got together and passed a $2 trillion coronavirus stimulus bill. And if you ask me, that was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in politics. Because the Senate, which is, Democrats, all the Democrats and Republicans in the Senate voted unanimously to pass this bill. And virtually all the Democrats and Republicans in the House, and after it passed unanimously in the Senate, all the Democrats voted for it and all the Republicans voted for it. McConnell supported it, Pelosi supported it. After that, the bill went to the House, and that ended up passing pretty much almost unanimously as well. Almost all the Republicans supported it and all the Democrats supported it. There was one Republican that I think dissented from supporting it. But it passed the Senate landslide. It passed the Senate unanimously. Democrats and Republicans, McConnell and Pelosi, they all supported it. It passed the House pretty much unanimously. Democrats and Republicans all supported it. And then it went to the desk of President Donald Trump, and he signed it. It passed the Senate, it passed the House, bipartisanly supported, and signed by the President. As of now, most workers in this country are going to be getting a $1,000 check. And it's going to be, and this is the work of beautiful bipartisan effort. And I can't say how proud I am to see Democrats and Republicans working together, getting along and working together to pass this bill. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. And, before this virus started, it's just, this country has been so divided. And it's just so sad because, people, hating each other, fighting with each other, Democrats versus Republicans, all that, But now this virus is here, this horrible pandemic, this is what it took, this horrible pandemic. But people are now working together. They're putting aside political differences and they're working together to, to support people who are suffering from this virus, from this pandemic. And obviously it's affecting all of us. Every one of us are being affected. Businesses are closed, places are closing early, sit-down places are shut down, it's only takeout. Tons and tons and tons of flights are canceled. But recently, Cuba sent a lot of doctors, I think it was like 50 or more doctors, out to Italy to help them out. And I even heard we're sending our own military out to Italy to support them, considering how terrible the situation they're in, with over 80,000 cases, 10,000 deaths, you know. And it is a beautiful thing right now to see countries supporting each other in this terrible time of crisis, and to see Democrats and Republicans working together, putting aside their differences and working together to support people, to help people in this terrible time. It's a beautiful thing. This, regardless of how we look at it, this pandemic is bringing people together. And it's unfortunate how it takes a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic that has now reached every country in less than 2 months, that has now infected nearly 1 million people worldwide, nearly 1 million people infected. That doesn't mean death, that means, infected. That means they tested positive for the virus. Nearly 1 million, it takes a pandemic to get people to put aside their political differences and to stop fighting and to work together. And it's a beautiful thing, in my opinion. And in my opinion also, this may be God's way of telling us it's time to do this. And I'm being very serious here. Anyway, just some thoughts. I thank you subscribers, to everyone who subscribed, and I encourage, this is Javier Blog 208. I encourage you to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching to those who did, and stay safe, stay quarantined if you can. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Javier Blog 208, tuning out.